Welcome back to Talk Sophia. Hello, everyone. Let's practice real English together.
I'm Jack. Welcome to another Real English Conversation.
And I'm Emma. We're here to help you improve your conversational English through real, natural dialogue.
Today, we have a really useful topic for you. We're going to talk about hotels, how to check in, how to ask for things, how to solve problems, everything you need to know.
This is such an important topic because many of you travel for work, for vacation, or for study. And when you travel, you usually stay at a hotel. Knowing the right words and phrases can make your trip so much easier and less stressful.
Absolutely. I remember the first time I traveled alone to another country. I was so nervous about talking to the hotel staff, but once you know the basic phrases, it's actually very simple.
So if you find this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our English lessons.
All right, are you ready to learn?
Let's get started.
Hey, Emma, how are you today?
I'm doing really well, thanks. I'm excited about today's lesson because I actually just came back from a short trip last weekend. How about you?
Oh, really? Where'd you go? I'm good, a little tired. I stayed up late watching a movie.
I went to the mountains for 2 nights. It was so relaxing. I stayed at the small hotel near a lake. The view from my room was beautiful.
That sounds amazing. I love mountain hotels. Was the staff friendly?
Yes, very friendly. They helped me with everything. They gave me recommendations for restaurants. They called it taxi for me. They even gave me an extra blanket because the room was a bit cold at night.
See, that's what good hotel service is like. When I travel, I always appreciate helpful staff. It makes such a big difference.
Exactly. And you know what? That's actually perfect for today's topic, because when you stay at a hotel, you need to communicate with the staff in many different situations.
Right, from the moment you arrive until the moment you leave.
So let's talk about all those situations today. I think this will really help our viewers feel more confident when they travel.
Perfect, let's do it.
Okay, so Jack, let's start from the beginning. When you arrive at a hotel, what's the first thing you do?
Well, first I go to the reception desk. That's the desk in the lobby where the staff work. And I say something like, "Hello, I have a reservation."
Yes, exactly. A reservation means you booked a room before you arrived. Most people make reservations online now, right?
Right. So I usually say, "Hello, I have a reservation under the name Jack Miller." I always say my full name clearly.
That's smart. And what does the receptionist usually say?
They usually say, "Welcome to our hotel. Let me check." Then they look at their computer. Sometimes they ask, "Can I see your ID and credit card, please?"
Yes, they always ask for identification. ID means identification. It's usually your passport if you're traveling internationally, or your driver's license if you're in your own country.
Exactly. So I give them my passport and my credit card. Then they type some information into the computer.
And while they're doing that, they might ask you some questions like, how many nights will you be staying?
Oh yes, even though they can see it on the computer, they ask to confirm. I say, "I'm staying for 3 nights," or "I'm checking out on Friday."
What does checking out mean?
Good question. Checking out means leaving the hotel. So checking in is arriving and registering, and checking out is leaving and paying.
Right, so after they check your information, what happens next?
They usually explain some things about the hotel. They say breakfast is served from 7 to 10 in the morning on the second floor. Or they say the gym is on the third floor and the pool is open until 9 p.m.
Oh, I always ask about breakfast. I say, is breakfast included? That means, is breakfast free or do I have to pay extra?
Good point. Some hotels include breakfast in the room price and some don't. It's important to ask.
So after they explain everything, they give you the room key, right?
Yes, they say, "You're in room 305. Here's your key card." Most hotels use key cards now, not metal keys. A key card is a plastic card that opens your door.
And sometimes they ask, do you need help with your luggage?
Yes, luggage means your bags and suitcases. If you have many bags or heavy bags, they can send someone to help you. That person is called a bellhop or porter.
I usually say, no thank you, I can manage, if my bags are not too heavy. I can manage means I can do it myself.
Right, but if you do need help, just say, "Yes, please, that would be great."
Okay, so now let's say you go to your room. You open the door with your key card, but there's a problem. What kind of problems can happen in a hotel room?
Oh, many problems. Sometimes the air conditioning doesn't work, sometimes the TV doesn't work, sometimes there's no hot water.
Or sometimes the room is not clean, or the bed sheets are dirty, or there's a bad smell.
Yes, exactly. So what do? You call the front desk. You pick up the phone in your room and dial 0.
The front desk is the same as the reception desk. It's where the hotel staff answer calls and help guests.
Right, so I call and say, "Hello, this is room 305. I have a problem."
And they say, "How can I help you?"
Then I explain the problem. I say, "The air conditioning is not working. It's very hot in my room."
Or you can say, "There's no hot water in the shower," or "The toilet is not flushing."
Flushing means the water doesn't go down when you press the button. It's a common problem.
So what does the hotel staff say?
They usually say, "I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. We'll send someone to fix it right away."
Inconvenience is a formal word. It means a problem or difficulty. Hotels use this word a lot when they apologize.
Yes, and right away means immediately, very soon.
So then you wait in your room and a maintenance person comes to fix the problem. Maintenance people are the workers who fix things in the hotel.
Exactly. They knock on the door and say, "Maintenance, I'm here to fix the air conditioning."
And you let them in, they fix the problem, and you say, "Thank you very much."
Now let's talk about other things you might need during your stay. What if you need extra towels?
Oh, yes, this happens to me all the time. I call the front desk and say, "Hello, this is room 305. Could I have some extra towels, please?"
And they say, "Of course, we'll bring them to your room in a few minutes."
In a few minutes means very soon, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. What about if you need an extra pillow or an extra blanket?
Same thing. You just call and say, "Could I have an extra blanket, please? My room is a bit cold."
I always need extra pillows. I like sleeping with 2 pillows, so I always ask for one more.
That's funny. I only use one pillow, but I understand. Everyone has different preferences.
Now, what about housekeeping? Do you know what housekeeping is?
Yes, housekeeping is the service that cleans your room. The housekeeping staff clean the room, change the sheets, bring fresh towels, and take out the trash.
Usually they clean your room once a day, in the morning or afternoon. But what if you don't want them to clean your room?
You can hang a sign on your door that says, "Do not disturb." This tells the staff not to knock on your door or come in.
Yes, I use that sign when I'm sleeping late or when I'm working in my room and don't want interruptions.
And if you want your room cleaned, you can hang a sign that says, "Please clean room."
But what if you're in your room and housekeeping knocks on the door?
They usually knock and say, "Housekeeping." If you don't want them to come in, you say, "No thank you, not now please," or "Could you come back later?"
And if you want them to clean, you say, "Yes, come in please," or "Just a moment please," if you need to get dressed or put things away.
Right. Now let's talk about hotel services. Many hotels have a restaurant, right?
Yes, if you want to eat at the hotel restaurant, you can make a reservation. You call the front desk and say, "I'd like to make a reservation at the restaurant for tonight."
And they ask what time and how many people.
So you say, "For 2 people at 7 p.m., please."
Or you can order room service. Do you know what room service is?
Yes, room service means they bring food to your room. You don't have to go to the restaurant. You can eat in your room.
I love room service. It's so convenient. Convenient means easy and comfortable.
How do you order room service?
You look at the menu in your room. There's usually a menu on the desk or in a folder. You read the menu and decide what you want. Then you call the front desk or dial the room service number.
And you say, "Hello, I'd like to order room service, please."
They say, "What would you like to order?"
Then you say, "I'd like a hamburger and french fries, please, and a cola."
They might ask, "Anything else?" You can say, "No, that's all, thank you."
Then they tell you, "Your order will arrive in about 30 minutes.
And you say, "Thank you very much." Then you wait, and they knock on your door with your food.
When they bring the food, you usually sign a paper and add a tip. A tip is extra money you give for good service.
Right. In many countries, tipping is expected for room service, usually 10 to 15% of the bill.
Now, what if you need to ask for directions or recommendations? Hotels can help with that too.
Yes, I always ask the front desk for restaurant recommendations. I say, "Can you recommend a good Italian restaurant near here?"
And they usually give you several options. They might say, "There's a great Italian place 2 blocks from here. Would you like me to make a reservation for you?"
That's so helpful. They can make restaurant reservations, call taxis, book tours, print documents, many things.
Speaking of taxis, how do you ask the hotel to call a taxi for you?
Easy. You go to the front desk and say, "Could you call a taxi for me, please?"
And they ask, When do you need it?
You say, right now, please, or in 15 minutes, or tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
They say, no problem, the taxi will be here soon, or we'll have a taxi ready for you at 8 a.m.
And some hotels also have a concierge. Do you know this word?
Yes, a concierge is a special staff member who helps guests with many things. They can get tickets to shows, recommend places to visit, help with travel plans, and answer questions about the city.
Exactly. Not all hotels have a concierge, but bigger hotels usually do. You can ask them almost anything.
Now, let's talk about problems with the bill. The bill is the paper that shows how much you have to pay.
Sometimes there are mistakes on the bill. Maybe they charge you for something you didn't order.
So when you check out, you should always look at your bill carefully before you pay.
If there's a mistake, you say, "Excuse me, I think there's an error on my bill."
An error means a mistake. Then you explain, I didn't order room service on Tuesday, but there's a charge for it here.
The receptionist will say, "Let me check that for you." They look at the computer and fix the mistake.
They might say, you're right, I'm sorry about that. I'll remove that charge.
And then they print a new bill with the correct amount.
What about if you want to extend your stay? Extend means to make longer.
Oh yes, sometimes you want to stay 1 or 2 more nights. You go to the front desk and ask, "Is it possible to extend my stay for 1 more night?"
And they check if the room is available. They say, let me check if your room is available, or let me see if we have any rooms available.
If they have a room, they say, "Yes, no problem, we can extend your reservation."
But if the hotel is fully booked, they say, I'm sorry, we're fully booked tomorrow night.
Fully booked means all the rooms are taken, no rooms are available.
So then you have to find another hotel or check out as planned.
Right. Now let's talk about checking out. This is the last step when you leave the hotel.
Usually you have to check out by a certain time. Most hotels say you must check out by 11 a.m. or 12 noon.
Yes, if you want to stay a bit longer in your room, you can ask for a late checkout. You say, "Is it possible to have a late checkout?"
They might say yes, or they might say no, depending on how busy the hotel is. Sometimes they charge extra money for a late checkout.
Right. So when you're ready to leave, you go to the front desk with your room key card. You say, "Hello, I'd like to check out, please, room 305.
They say, certainly. Did you use the minibar or order anything from room service this morning?
The minibar is the small refrigerator in your room with drinks and snacks. If you take anything from it, they add it to your bill.
So you answer honestly. You say, no, I didn't use anything, or yes, I had a soda from the minibar.
Then they prepare your final bill and say, "Your total is $250. How would you like to pay?"
You say, credit card please, or cash please.
After you pay, they say, "Here's your receipt. Thank you for staying with us. We hope you enjoyed your stay."
And you say, thank you, I had a wonderful stay, or thank you, everything was great.
If there's a problem you didn't mention during your stay, checkout time is also a good time to give feedback.
Yes, feedback means your opinions and comments. You can say, everything was good, but the Wi-Fi in my room was very slow.
They appreciate feedback because it helps them improve. They might say, "Thank you for letting us know. We'll look into that."
So that's basically the whole hotel experience from checking in to checking out.
Yes, and if you know these phrases and situations, you'll feel much more confident when you stay at a hotel.
You know, Jack, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases. Let's go through some of the most important vocabulary for hotel situations.
Great idea. This will really help everyone remember the key words.
First word, reservation. A reservation is when you book a room before you arrive at the hotel. Most people make reservations online or by phone.
Right. For example, "I made a reservation for 2 nights," or "Do you have a reservation?"
Another example, I'd like to make a reservation for next weekend, please.
This word is very important because almost everyone makes reservations these days. You can also use the verb to reserve, like "I reserved a room."
Exactly. What's your experience with reservations, Jack?
I always make reservations because I like to plan ahead. I don't like arriving at a hotel without a room guaranteed.
Me too. It's less stressful.
Next word, front desk. This is the desk in the hotel lobby where the staff help you. It's also called the reception desk or just reception.
Yes. For example, please call the front desk if you need anything. Or, I spoke to someone at the front desk.
You can also say, "The front desk is open 24 hours a day."
This is where you check in, check out, ask questions, and get help with problems.
When I have any question in a hotel, the first thing I do is go to the front desk.
Third word, check in. This is the phrasal verb that means to arrive at the hotel and register. You give your information, and get your room key.
For example, what time is check-in? Or, I'd like to check in, please.
Another example, check-in time is at 3 p.m.
The opposite is check-out. That means to leave the hotel and pay your bill.
Right. I need to check out by 11 a.m. Or, what time is checkout?
These are probably the two most important phrasal verbs for hotels.
I agree. Next word, key card. This is the plastic card that opens your hotel room door. It's like a credit card, but it's your room key.
For example, here's your key card for room 405. Or, I lost my key card.
You can also say, my key card isn't working. Can you reprogram it?
Yes, sometimes the key card stops working and you have to go back to the front desk to fix it. It's annoying, but it happens.
It happened to me last month. I had to go to the front desk 3 times because my key card kept stopping to work.
That's frustrating.
Fifth word, housekeeping. This is the service that cleans your room. The people who do this work are called housekeeping staff or room attendants.
For example, housekeeping comes every morning. Or, I need to call housekeeping for extra towels.
Another example, please put the Do Not Disturb sign on your door if you don't want housekeeping to come in.
This is important vocabulary because you interact with housekeeping during your stay.
Do you usually let housekeeping clean your room every day?
Honestly, if I'm staying for just 1 or 2 nights, I don't need it. But if I stay for a week, yes, I like them to clean every 2 or 3 days.
That makes sense.
Next word, room service. This is the service where the hotel brings food and drinks to your room.
For example, I ordered room service for breakfast, or room service is available 24 hours.
You can also say, how much does room service cost? Or, is there a room service menu?
Room service is convenient, but usually more expensive than eating at the restaurant.
True, but sometimes I'm too tired to go out, so I order room service.
Seventh word, amenities. These are the extra services and features the hotel offers, like Wi-Fi, gym, pool, breakfast, parking.
Oh, this is a good word. For example, what amenities does the hotel have? Or, the hotel has great amenities.
Another example, free Wi-Fi and breakfast are included in the amenities.
When I choose a hotel, I always check what amenities they offer. I need good Wi-Fi and a gym.
I always look for hotels with breakfast included. That's my favorite amenity.
Next word, bill. This is the paper that shows all the charges for your stay. How much you spent on the room, food, drinks, and other services.
For example, can I see my bill, please? Or, I think there's a mistake on my bill.
You can also say, what's the total on my bill? Or, can you explain this charge on my bill?
Always check your bill carefully before you pay. Sometimes there are errors.
Yes, I always read every line on my bill.
Ninth word, luggage. This means your bags and suitcases.
For example, do you need help with your luggage? Or, where can I store my luggage?
You can also say, I have 3 pieces of luggage.
Some hotels offer luggage storage if you arrive early before check-in time or if you want to leave your bags after check-out.
That's very useful. I use luggage storage when I have a late flight.
Next word, inconvenience. This is a formal word that means a problem or difficulty. Hotels use this word when they apologize.
For example, we apologize for the inconvenience, or sorry for any inconvenience this may cause.
It's a polite, formal word. You hear it a lot in customer service situations.
Right. If something goes wrong, the hotel staff will say, we're very sorry for the inconvenience.
11th word, available. This means free or ready to use. If a room is available, it means you can book it.
For example, is a double room available? Or that room is not available tonight.
You can also say, the pool is available until 10 p.m. Or, is room service available right now?
This word is very useful because you use it for many situations. Rooms, services, staff, everything.
Last word, receipt. This is the paper proof that you paid for something.
For example, can I have a receipt, please? Or, I need a receipt for my company.
You can also say, please email me the receipt.
Always keep your receipt, especially if you're traveling for work and need proof of payment.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's review all the vocabulary quickly. We learned reservation, front desk, check-in and check-out, key card, housekeeping, room service, amenities, bill, luggage, inconvenience, available, and receipt.
These 12 words and phrases will really help you communicate at any hotel.
Okay, Jack, that was a lot of talking about hotels.
It was, but hotels are complicated. There are many situations and many things to talk about.
That's true. But now let's think about what we learned. Let's organize it into simple steps so everyone can remember.
Good idea.
First, we learned about checking in. This is when you arrive at the hotel. You go to the front desk and say, "Hello, I have a reservation under the name." Then you give your ID and credit card. The staff give you information about breakfast, Wi-Fi, and hotel amenities. Finally, they give you your key card and tell you your room number. Important phrases: I have a reservation, is breakfast included, and what time is checkout?
Right. Checking in is the first step, and it's usually pretty simple if you have a reservation.
Then we talked about room problems. Sometimes things don't work in your room. The air conditioning, the TV, the Wi-Fi, or the shower. When this happens, you call the front desk and say, "Hello, this is room number. I have a problem." You explain the problem, and they send someone to fix it. Important phrases: the air conditioning is not working, there's no hot water, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Yes, don't be shy about reporting problems. The hotel wants to fix them.
Next, we discussed requesting items and services. During your stay, you might need extra towels, pillows, or blankets. You call the front desk and say, "Could I have extra towels, please?" You can also order room service by calling and saying, "I'd like to order room service." And you can ask the hotel to call a taxi or make restaurant reservations. Important phrases: could I have? I'd like to order, and could you call a taxi for me?
These are very normal requests. Hotels expect guests to ask for things.
After that, we talked about housekeeping. This is the service that cleans your room. The people who do this work are called housekeeping staff or room attendants. They usually clean once a day. If you don't want them to enter, hang a "Do Not Disturb" sign on your door. If they knock and you're inside, you can say, "Not now, please," or "Come in, please." Important phrases: "Do not disturb," "Could you come back later?" and "Please clean room."
Housekeeping is important for a comfortable stay.
Then we covered hotel services and amenities. Many hotels have restaurants, gyms, pools, and business centers. You can ask the front desk about these services. You can also ask for recommendations for restaurants and activities in the area. The concierge can help you with special requests. Important phrases: can you recommend? Where is the gym? And is the pool open?
Hotels offer many services. Don't forget to use them.
Finally, we learned about checking out. This is when you leave the hotel. You go to the front desk and say, "I'd like to check out, please." They prepare your bill and ask you how you want to pay. Always check your bill for errors before paying. After you pay, they give you a receipt. Important phrases: I'd like to check out, how much is the total, and can I have a receipt?
Checking out is the last step. It's usually quick and easy.
So you see, staying at a hotel is actually very simple when you know the right phrases. Check in, solve any problems, request what you need, use the services, and check out.
Exactly. And hotel staff are usually very friendly and helpful. They want you to have a good experience.
So don't be nervous. Just use these phrases and you'll be fine. Now, we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes, we love reading your comments and learning about your experiences.
Our question of the day is, what is the most important thing you look for when choosing a hotel? And have you ever had a problem at a hotel? What happened?
Good questions. Let me answer first. For me, the most important thing is location. I want a hotel that's close to the places I need to visit. I don't want to spend a lot of time traveling every day.
That's practical. For me, it's cleanliness. I want a hotel that's very clean and well-maintained. I also really like hotels with good breakfast because I'm always hungry in the morning.
See, we have different priorities, and that's okay. Everyone looks for different things.
What about the second question? Have you had a problem at a hotel?
Yes, once I had a problem with noise. The people in the room next to mine were very loud at night. I called the front desk and they moved me to a different room. Problem solved.
I once had a problem with the heating. It was winter and the heating in my room didn't work. I was so cold. I called the front desk and they brought me 3 extra blankets and sent someone to fix it the next morning.
So we both had problems, but the hotels helped us. That's good service.
Exactly. So, viewers, we want to know about you. What do you look for at a hotel? Is it price, location, amenities, cleanliness, or something else? And have you ever had a problem? Tell us your story.
Please tell us in the comments. You can write, I look for price, location, cleanliness, because, and once I had a problem with noise, heating, Wi-Fi, and the hotel.
Or you can write, I've never had a problem at a hotel. I always have good experiences.
We really want to read your comments. It helps us understand what topics you're interested in, and it helps us make better videos for you.
And writing in English is great practice, so please leave a comment, even if it's short.
We read every single comment.
Okay, everyone, we've reached the end of today's lesson.
Thank you so much for watching and learning with us today.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps us know that you enjoyed the lesson.
And if you're not subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and the little bell notification icon.
That way, you'll get notified every time we upload a new video, and you won't forget to join us for more English practice.
You are all great students. We're so happy to have you in our Talk Sophia community.
Keep practicing your English every day. Remember, learning a language takes time, but every conversation, every video, every practice session makes you better.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn.
Next time you stay at a hotel, try using some of the phrases we taught you today. You'll feel more confident, and the hotel staff will understand you perfectly.
Exactly. You've got this.
Have a wonderful day, evening, and night wherever you are in the world.
Keep smiling and keep learning.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next video.